Both players are ready?
Yeah, both players are ready. So let's do the countdown together for the first game in the I call it losers finals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
And we're off.
You can see the whole crowd cheer here for these players. So as we're now in the final home stretch, do you cheer for Marq? Or do you cheer more for Now? That was in favor of Now, so Now is definitely gonna win this match then.
Yeah, so far clean games, no surprises as usual. Oh yeah, no, now Marq wants to make it spicy with that misstroke, but nothing dangerous. Hopefully,
Yeah.
a bit of a drought, but nothing major.
You can see the next set is going to Marq, and Now is still setting up here. And yeah, it's currently a single lead here to Now. So, okay, now it's neck and neck, but Now has played a single less in terms of the lines. So he played a bit more efficient here in the opening by just that tiny amount. What are you trying to do with that shot? Now I see what he's trying to do. He's showing support to Marq. So yeah, 57 for Marq, 119 for Now. Now was able to get ahead by actually quite a lot in the beginning, about 2.5 Tetrises in the first 30 lines.
Yeah, so early game anything can happen still. 18 is pretty much like their warm-up level. I feel that sometimes these players are so accustomed to the higher speeds that 18 becomes so slow that you just, or like, I don't know, go to cruise control and let the game happen until 19.
I remember that Marq said me like 3 months ago, I believe, that when he plays like NTSC 18, to him there's no like aggressive, not aggressive play, he just plays.
Yeah, it's a good strategy because especially since the points start increasing in the higher levels, just focusing on getting there to transition with a clean stack, it's much more than enough for most players to have a good run in the end.
Especially when you're rolling or tapping, because you just that much movement. Of course, with dash, there's many situations where you need to play safe instead. Whereas with rolling, unless you're getting the worst position ever, you kind of just go along with what's down, you win. Like you get to the transition at a high score.
You're right.
So it is 220, 261.
Yeah, so the gap remains about 2 Tetrises and just under 2 Tetrises as we speak, as we are reaching the midpoint of level 18. We have a lead from Now. Now being playing pretty efficient, so he's looking for a 600k transition if he keeps the space.
Here's the next Tetris to Now. Marq is setting up. So yeah, this 18 also, in terms of efficiency and cleanliness, pretty much what we expect. No big issues, just Tetris after Tetris. This is kind of like the players showing each other what to expect. Like, you know, Now it's like, I'm not going to give you an easy time, this is going to be tough for you. And Marq is like, yeah, I'm still keeping up and up and up, and I'm just getting high and I can do whatever I want. So this is like, in German we say herantasten to each other, so like, slowly but surely getting your hands closer and be like, okay, this is how this game will go.
Yeah, Now not convinced about those placements, he's gonna clean up.
The lead got a bit smaller now at this middle of the long bar. Yeah, gonna be a bit of tougher burning now here for, well, not tougher, but longer burning.
Yeah, so, but it looks like it's improving. But Marq has been able to take advantage of this, and now Marq is in the lead by almost a Tetris.
Yeah, so it's barely neck and neck, and Now is open, but he's not Tetris ready because he has the overhang that he needs to clean up first. That's gonna be like a double, triple in total. Actually a bit more than I'd hoped for him. Marq having the bits, so let's see if the longer does fall on time for Marq as the drought counter starts ticking. Ooh, yeah, but Marq in a similar situation like Now was, where he had the small overhang, wasn't able to go for bits now. And that means Marq is at 412 against 394 now for Now. Ooh, that T-fuse on Marq's side is also going to force him to do a bit of burning. So the lead is getting smaller and smaller, now down to 0.15 of the Tetris. So it is neck and neck between Now and Marq. Next Tetris to Now, and now has the lead.
And right now we are reaching 100 lines, so the players are preparing for transition. And now in the better situation, better position as he is clean.
He didn't go for the Witz, he cleaned it up instead. Yeah, Tetris lead, and Marq also gets the next Tetris.
Yeah, it will be pretty neck and neck changing lead for now, although Marq is having a bit of a messy board, so it will take him a little bit more to set up for the next Tetris. Just a square to tuck, but the square came late, and now he has a hole to deal with.
I mean, as Gunther said in the last match that Marq played, 18 quote-unquote doesn't matter that much because both players just play so efficiently well that they're pretty close, but it matters, for example, in terms of the stack health you get into 19.
The transition is coming for both players.
Just 2 lines for Marq and 8 lines for now.
And now wants to transition with a Tetris available. Marq is clean and also trying to build for 1. Transition at 522 for now.
Here's the drought counter for Marq though. Okay, he's getting the bar.
Marq had to burn and transitions at 506. So now in the better position right now with a cleaner stack and Tetris ready. He reaches level 20 at 572. Marq having some struggles.
He gets the long over to the left, perfect. He is now, perfect bar again. So he is getting low to the stack, not quite Tetris ready, which means now can build up the lead even further. Now the 3 Tetris lead here for now. So 78, nearly 80,000 point lead here for now. And now also needs to burn a few lines. Here gonna be a bit tougher to burn. Now the left side is high. Okay, he's getting a few singles in. Nice flat points here on Nao's side, perfectly,
Oh, no.
but not getting the bar over to the left. And that means now tops out at 603, so 604 Marq. The goal is 604, which is about 70k and some change left to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, the level 21 top up from now. He was having a great game and by a couple of misdrops can end 19 pretty easily. And tapping, as you said, is not as fast as rolling, so recovery is a bit difficult in the higher boards. And Marq is clean, so he's just a couple Tetris away from taking this.
He can just line this out if he wanted to, but I think he's gonna try to go for like 2 or 3 Tetrises here.
Yeah, the thing with like lining out at this speed is that you become impatient because you cannot wait to get finishes.
Yeah, it would be like 40 lines and you're just gonna be like, man, I wanna get this over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so less than 1 Tetris for Marq now to go. So he's set up, just waiting for the bar so that we can give him the 1-0 in the losers finals.
We are getting there, just less than a Tetris away.
About 0.5 of the Tetris now.
Yeah, so he can go for triples even if he wants.
If he wants to. Less than 10k points. And we are still only level 24, so Marq is playing this not too aggressive, but in the way that he gets the Tetris for Marq into 1-0 for Marq. So who is doing these stat spawns for the stream currently? Who is doing them? Nobody looks like, so I'm gonna have to get up and do it. And so it's 1-0 for Marq. So we have the blue flag for Marq. It looks like Marq is ready to go. Now it's checking some phone messages though. Interesting strategy. No chicken, what? Ah, he's checking tennis. Great. He's playing in the Tetris, in the Paris Tetris loser finals, and he's still checking a different sport. That's quite the strategy. Okay, both players are ready, so let's start their second game here. Oh, just a moment, okay. Moment seems to be over, so let's start their next game in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Okay, no surprises here in the early 19. The builds are similar. First Tetris from Marq.
Yeah, Marq had the bit more efficient opening here. But now it's quite high. He's waiting for the bar. The bar should come soon for now. Skimming a few lines here. Yeah, we can see the drought counter 21 pieces and back to back for now. And Marq closed the well. Only got 1 Tetris out of that.
I mean, he also had a hole in column A that prevented any Tetrises. So he's gonna just keep burning and get ready for the next one. So an early drought, now try to go the aggressive route. And I mean, 18 allows you to afford that as long as you know what you're doing. So right now the players are pretty much tight, half a single score difference.
Yep, so it's neck and neck here.
Players continue on, and now is a double in the lead.
I mean,
So pretty close game early on. We don't have much surprises. Now it's taking the more aggressive route, if I may say so. So in order to keep up with Marq.
at this point, a huge factor is also your stamina, because these players have been playing a lot of matches so far. So it's also like, how good can you tap after like 5 matches or so in a day?
Yeah, it can be pretty tiring, and I mean we have allowed players to have certain break times, but all the same, yeah, that's why rolling became so popular, because it gave the option to not be as tiring as tapping.
While being faster than tapping.
Indeed.
But now skipping up here is currently still about a Tetris lead in points, which just got back to a lead for Marq, as Marq has played few lines, so next Tetris to Marq as well. And here Gunther doing exclamation mark Matcherino, because as you know, we do have a Matcherino. The prize pool is mostly community funded. $100 came from the organizers, and the rest is totally done by the communities. And we're currently, as you can see in the top right, at $263. So if you want to support the prize pool, feel free to click the link in the chat and add $1, $2, $5, $269, whatever makes you happy. Yes, so.
Yeah, thank you for everyone who has contributed to Matcherino. It makes this kind of activities rewarding for the players, and we hope to keep expanding and improving on the experience we're giving. I can tell for sure that this is a big improvement from what we had last year, as we had improved like our tech and space available for players to enjoy, not only during the tournament but also outside of it, with free PlayStations and also free playing stations, and also like some extra modes. Gunter moded as a couple SNESs to play with a Super Game Boy.
Super Game Boy 2.
So you could play the Game Boy version, and since the Super Game Boy supports the link cable, you could also play 2-player modes. So we got PAL stations, we got so many options for players that don't want to stick to just the NTSC NES version.
Exactly. You could play Game Boy on the Super Game Boy 2 against someone using the original Game Boy now, if you want to. Yeah, let's focus back on the game, as we are in the home stretch of level 18. The last 30 lines are coming up, and we're currently at 438 against 359, which means you have about a 3.5 Tetris lead in favor of Marq.
So at this moment we got transition coming. 100 lines already being crossed from both players. Marq with a comfortable lead of about 3.5 Tetrises. So now trying to keep up with Marq at this point. And we are less than 12 lines of transition. So 3 Tetris available. 3 Tetris available to now. Marq still with 15 left, so up to 4, but his board not looking great for Tetris as yet, so he might have to burn some extra lines.
Yeah, Marq will have to burn a few lines here as well. As you can see, is open but not Tetris ready, only a double if I see that correctly. So he needs to skim a few lines here in order to get open, and maybe get a transition before Tetris before the transition.
And now to get himself into burns.
Ooh, that's quite high now for now. Of course, he gets out of that, and he gets the Tetris perfect. The Tetris puts him in a nice position. We have 571 for Marq, 504 for now, so a bit over a 2.5 Tetris lead here for Marq.
Yeah, so Lots of work here, a bit of work here for now, as the score difference remains at about 3.5 Tetrises.
Yep.
Now trying to keep a cleaner game. Hopefully he doesn't run into early 19 issues. He looks pretty clean, ready for getting those Tetrises beyond the 19 speeds.
This 19 transition has been going quite well for these players. So let's hope that it will continue this way up until level 29, so that we can see tapping and rolling on 29 speed here. Next Tetris is going to now, next to Marq, so still the 2.5 Tetris lead here in favor of Marq.
Yeah, so now trying to eat a little bit into that lead, but still behind. He just needs a lumber, but we have a drought happening. Players need to be careful.
Over 20 pieces already in the drought.
Oh my.
Now it's in a quite high and dangerous position, but he got the bar perfect. Tetris to now, Tetris to Marq. Marq needs to burn a few lines, now skims a double here and is open for the next. Only triple in this case. Marq also only going for the triple.
Okay, looks like now he's gonna go for a column 4 Tetris. The pieces are not helping him much. This is not looking good. He's cleaning up.
Yeah, well, Marq is Tetris is ready now. Now needs to burn at least one single line. Now gonna be at least a triple here before being able to go for his own next Tetris. Marq is now just ready, getting the T-tuck, waiting for the bar. And we have a 25 piece drought already here. This is a long drought, 30 plus. And Marq needs to find a way to skim a bit here. And he gets the bar one piece too late as always.
Marq is building pretty high. We have blocked well.
But now it's pretty dirty here. Marq is ahead. Marq is open. Now needs something for the left side. LJ dependency filled in. Next single for now once again. Ooh, this is dangerous for now. LJ dependency again getting the J piece. LJ dependency for the long bar. L piece to the right. Yes, not getting the D piece over. But he is still in this. He doesn't get the next D piece over as well. Topping out at 681. So Marq wins game number 2. And it's 2-0 for Marq. So, there's potentially just one more game left to go in this third place match. If Marq manages to win the next game, he has secured second place at least.
Right, so yeah, Marq at match point already. He's been able to play the longer game in 19, and that allows him to keep a lead on this match. We'll see if now we'll switch his strategy to allow him to play longer and have a better chance of catching up to Marq.
Marq is just showing us how important it is to stay clean, and it looks like both players are ready to play. So let's start the countdown. Match point for Marq in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
And we're off our third game with Marq. Already 2 games on, so if he wins this one, he's gonna be facing Dan V in the final. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see if now can reverse sweep.
Marq has faced Dan V before, and as Grandmaster 2 were just saying, Marq hungry for vengeance against Dan V. Exactly, and that's where Marq is. I mean, we can't see it, but Marq surely on the inside is like, I have to win here so that I can face Dan V again and show Dan V that I am the best player here at CTWC France 2025. We have a small early lead here for now, as now it's played a bit more lines, but Marq has some burns now to do. This will allow now, at least it will potentially allow now to get a true lead in. And now open once again. Marq might be going for a column 3 Tetris. Yeah, he's now set up, waiting for the bar. He gets the bars always one piece too late. You can also see it in his face, not quite happy with that, but that's just what happens pretty much all games, I'd say. And now Set is ready, waiting for the bar here, and we can see the counter. Yeah, drought. It looks like we're approaching 20 pieces at minimum here. Yeah, now it's high, but he's getting nice burns into Tetris for now, as well as Tetris for Marq, and next Tetris to now.
So now just keeping the aggression. He doesn't want to burn as much. And so far it's paid off, as he's now keeping a Tetris and a half lead.
Yeah, so now just was able to get the lead in the beginning when Marq needed to burn a bit, and that's paying off now. With a route here that now couldn't transform Tetris. Marq gets the bar, Tetris to Marq now, so the lead is still at 1.5 Tetrises, has now got the next Tetris.
We're going back to a clean board, so we are approaching the midpoint of level 18, which will tell us at least can give us a bit of an estimation of where things are headed towards the transition. And so far it looks like the players are headed to a, again, mid 500, low 600k transition if they keep like this.
There's also the question in the chat, why Marq look miserable? Probably because he does get into some situations that he doesn't want to be in. That's most of the time the reason. So yeah, Richard is doing some support here for Marq, patting him a bit here with the camera. So huge thanks to Richard for making sure that our players are happy. Yeah, so we can see it has already helped. The lead is down to half a Tetris lead here to now. It is 275, 289 next Tetris to now. Marq having a bit of a holy board now. You know, holy in the church that we are in. I think we can put it a bit over to the sides. Marq has a hole in this stack, which means now can use the next bar for triple, whereas Marq for Tetris, where Marq will only be able to use it for triple now. So Marq has to play one high, which does work out normally, but it's the pace that you lose. Crossing level 19, Marq does get the advantage. Actually, do you know how fast Marq is rolling most of the time? I believe it's like 20 Hz from Marq in rolling most of the time. Like 20 to 25, but now at 15 Hz tapping.
What is it?
Marq's rolling speed is like 20, 25 Hz. And I believe now it's tapping like 15.
I cannot say for sure because I don't keep up with those like tapping speeds, but I know there's been like a marked improvement from Marq. And he's like, I mean, especially when facing Danby, he wants to have like at least a decent 29 speed to be able to keep up to the double kill screen before level 39.
I believe it's about like the 20-25 on average. Like most of the time he can get faster. That's just what he's normally doing. So he has a 50% movement advantage on level 19, which is a ton. So even if Marq is behind now, he will be ahead in terms of movement in about 20 lines as we approach the level 19 position. The next Tetris to now. Marq once again a bit of a cleanup situation here. So this has been a lot of these small digs here for Marq in this game.
Yeah, well, these are the last lines of level 19. Both players have cleaned up. And now has secured a 2 Tetris lead for now, up to 3 Tetris lead here on the very last line. So we'll see how things perform in 19. 19 has been a bit of a pain for now. Now he needs to focus on getting as far as he can, and that will help him maintain a possibility to remain in the tournament.
One more line left for now, 2 more lines left for Marq, as we have a 2 Tetris lead here for now. Now transitioning at 617. As you said, lowest 600 possible. Marq will transition at a mid 500 at 567. So as you see, about a 50k lead. Now already getting the next Tetris, while Marq needs to clean up a bit here. Close the well, so he needs to clean up a bit more. Now also close the well, got it open, set up for the next Tetris, getting the bar, and Tetris to now. Few burns here, Marq, as he's not able to get much lower on the stack here. He's been at this side for quite a bit. And we are up to a 4.5 Tetris lead for now. Now also needs to burn a double. And Marq might be able to go for Tetris as soon as he's nearly cleaned up. Just one line left to go to be open. And hopefully soon Tetris is ready as well.
Oh, that depends. He's right in the middle for now. He gets it open. Now needs the lumber.
Yep, we have the drought. The drought just ended in time for now to get the Tetris into 727 for now. Marq also the drought, and he also can get out of it with the Tetris. So 616, 729, 4 Tetris lead to now. Now in a bit of a higher situation here, where he needs to burn down, and he gets the pieces required for a few burns. LJ dependency immediately filled in. Not a burn here of that pink LBs. Okay, opening this up slowly but surely now is. Just a few more lines left to go as now is now open. Having a bar dependency now on column 5. As well as the Tetris will, of course, so he's closing that. This might be the chance for Marq to get ahead, but we have the drought once again here. 27, 28, 29, 30 plus pieces here. Now already has finished the drought, but you can see it here in Marq's had 36 pieces once again. Huge drought that we just had. And it's down to a 3 Tetris lead here. Next Tetris to Marq, same lines. 2 Tetris lead here to now. Now having the next bar depends here in column 3, gets the bar in. Oh, and Marq is Tetris ready here. And Tetris to Marq, 755, 788.
Yeah, both players looking for a max on this game 3. And now keeping the cleaner board, and he's still ahead by 2 Tetris score-wise. Pace-wise, they're more even as now is ahead in lines by Tetris. So still a lead in general for now.
We can see the lead increasing here as Marq needed to burn quite a lot here. But now also on a burner setup, we are on level 27, so now doesn't have that much more left to go before level 29. So it's good that he has about a 2 Tetris lead currently. Like, Marq can play level 29, but we know that he doesn't want to have to catch up like 200k, so it's good that the lead is slowly decreasing, especially he's now in a bit of trouble now. Next set is to Marq, now in level 28, Marq in level 27 still, 849, 880, now really high, getting a few burns in. 5 lines left to go here for now.
Oh no.
Left side no longer accessible, topping out at 886, so Marq getting the Tetris and sweep for Marq. Now Marq is showing us some 29, you could say his warm-up for Dan V. Of course, huge congratulations to now for making it this far in the tournament and being place 3 in the CTWC France Paris 2025 edition.
Yeah, we're having France back in the podium, so we're gonna see who are gonna get the silver and gold medals in the final coming up between Marq and Dan V.
Yeah.
So,
will Dan V be able to defend his title, or will Marq be able to win it this time? Let's find out after Marq finishes this game and we are ready for the next match. Of course, we're gonna have a short interview with Now after this game, just so that we get a bit of his insight on the tournament so far.